Well, hey everybody, good Packer morning. It is Tuesday, and today we are going to be talking about the pivotal game of quarter two in the 2016 season. So jump on. Who is out there in Packer Nation this morning? Who do we have? Yesterday we had folks from all over the place. I think there was Germany, Australia. We've had Switzerland. So jump on. I am looking to see who is out there this morning, who's ready to go live with me. I am having my breakfast shake this morning. Already had my coffee. This is really healthy for me, so I'm really happy to have this. But yeah, who's out there? Give me a shout out. Put your name up. Where are you from? And actually, I'll give you a shout out. I mean, you can give me a shout out if you want, but so yeah, yesterday we talked about quarter one, and it was pretty much unanimous that week two against the Vikings, Packers traveling to Minnesota to open up the Vikings' new stadium was going to be the pivotal game of the first quarter. So we were pretty much on board, everybody on that. We have got Brenda from Kentucky, first one on the list. Armando Santiago from Florida. Hi, Armando. Hi, Josh from Greenville, South Carolina, just a few hours down the road. I believe I am in Johnson City, Josh, Tennessee. Danielle from Kansas, man, all over the place. We got Cynthia from Washington. Hello, everybody. Man, this is awesome. Yeah, we get to talk about the Packers. I hope all of you are on because you don't even have to work today, but maybe you work later. And I do want to mention, I want to try to mention this on a regular basis. If you are driving, please don't participate in the, we do polls and crap like that where you thumbs up and stuff. It's a lot of fun, but please don't do it if you're driving, okay? We got Marcia, go Pack, says Marcia. I agree. Road Hippie from Grand Prairie, Texas. Road Hippie, how are you doing down there in Texas? You going to be up in at Lambeau for the big Dallas Cowboys matchup with the Packers, where the Packers will take the Dallas Cowboys out. That is a quarter two matchup. It's going to be an important one. We'll talk about that in a minute. I got Rick from Canton, Ohio. I may have missed one. King Dre, let's go Pack go. All right. Cameron from Port Neches, Texas. I probably pronounced that really poorly, but I'm doing it on the fly, so I'm going to forgive myself. Alexandra, I'm at work. Hey, that's right. Nobody will ever know, Alexandra. And if they do, and they give you any crap for it, then they just don't deserve, because you're a Packer fan. They need to understand. There should be an automatic pass. That's all there is to it. So hi, Alexandra. Sharon, how you doing? Little Rock, all right. Tobias from Frankfurt, Germany. Hey, Tobias. I don't know. Guten Morgen? What do you have over there? Guten Nacht? I don't know where you're at this point. I think you might be right on the opposite end of the spectrum from us. It might be in the evening time for you, but we are glad you're here. All right, well, let's get into it, guys. The first quarter of the Packers 2016 season, we're looking at starting off with the Jaguars. Then we play the Vikings, Lions, and Giants. And we all agreed that the pivotal game in that first quarter was the matchup with the Vikings. This is away. It opens the new Vikings Stadium. Hey, we got a Wisconsin. We got King Dre from Wisconsin. From Wisconsin, our team is the best. Yes, they are. Okay. But now we want to talk about the second quarter, and I think the second quarter is a little more difficult. There might be a little more discussion involved in this. So second quarter of the 2016 season, all right, after the Giants, Packers, and remember, this is pivotal, Packers have already gone through their bye week at this point, moving into the second quarter. A week 3 bye, which I think sucks. I hate it. I wish we could have moved it much closer to the middle of the season. I prefer it there. But at any rate, after the Giants game, we're going to play the Cowboys. Then we play the Bears, Falcons, and Colts. That's our second quarter of the season. So right now, everybody jump on. Again, if you're not driving, if you're driving, please don't do this. Which matchup do you think is the most important? I think I know where a lot of these are going to go, and I think I'm going to end up sort of disagreeing with some people today, which is just fine. But let's see what you guys say right now. Put in the comments. Do you think the Cowboys, Bears, Falcons, or Colts is going to be the pivotal matchup of quarter two? All right. And let's see how everybody, we got Armando says Packers NFC champs this year. Absolutely. NFL champs this year, I hope. Sharon says the Colts. That's interesting, Sharon. Okay. We've got the Colts. A lot of people think the Colts because remember, the Colts took a step back you know, when you have a quarterback that can't get on the field, Andrew Luck was just injured all season practically. Colts a year ago, though, spent a lot of money in free agency, brought in a lot of players, and it really sort of went awry for them. Okay, so we've got three that say the Colts. We've got Zach says Colts, Alexandra says Colts. But we've got, here's what I'm looking for. Now, I've got Michael that says the Bears. Josh Simon says the Bears. And the reason for this, I think, we got rival Bears. Biggest rivalry. This is an NFC North division rival. It's going to be extremely important. Jeremy says the Cowboys because of their defense, but should be the Bears because of the division. I agree. Me and Jeremy are pretty much on the same page. We've got another one that says the Cowboys. Okay. You guys can keep rolling those in. A healthy Dallas team would be nice to get a win against. I am going to say Dallas, guys, and I am into complete agreement. Let me sort of explain this a little bit. I think the Colts are going to be a very tough matchup. Colts are an AFC team, so I think that there is going to be less effect down the road for the Packers other than just a simple loss in that case. The rivalry with the Bears. These are the two that I thought was tough. I thought NFC North, you've got the Bears. I think and you've got the Cowboys, another NFC team that is just that can be a playoff contender. Tony Romo, 2 years back they were, remember the game against Detroit. But now then last year, Tony Romo, again, just like Andrew Luck, this is where there's a similarity between the Colts and the Cowboys, could not get their starting quarterback on the field. Tony Romo is a Wisconsin boy. My son went to football camp with him and Jason Witten right here in Elizabethton, Tennessee, just down the road. So I have been, since before Tony Romo was starting with the Cowboys, I've not been a fan because I'm not a fan of any Cowboy player. But I have been keeping an eye on him. I've been paying attention to his career. And I do think Tony Romo, when he has the weapons he has around him, can be dangerous. So it's a real toss-up between that Bears rivalry that could have division implications and the fact that we have 3 division games right at the end of the season, leading up to the end of the season. Really makes me want to lean toward that Bears game, and I have been one that has said don't sleep on the Bears. They've had a great offseason. They got Floyd back there. They're the ones that picked up Danny Trevathan. You remember, a lot of us in Packer Nation would have loved to see Green Bay sign Danny Trevathan. Well, if we weren't going to get him, we certainly didn't want the Bears to get him. But they did. So their defense is going to be improved. I think that they've spent a lot of draft picks they've been working on their defensive line. They've been working on their offensive line, which was a bugaboo for them, and in particular Jay Cutler for years. But now they're improved a little bit. I still think, though, that the Bears are not going to have enough in the back end of their defense to contain the Packers' incredible wide receiver core. I think we're going to go walking tall on their DBs. It's frankly what I think is going to happen. The Bears are now going to be without Matt Forte, the stalwart of that offense for so many years, such a versatile player. I think Matt Forte is one of the most underrated players in the NFL. And although I don't think he's going to have, I think he's on the downside of his career now, moving over to the Jets. But we'll see what happens. And yes, Atlantis says can't sleep on the Bears defense. I agree. However, I do think that they have enough weakness that we will be able to exploit it. Talking about Matt Forte, I was thinking this morning. I think Eddie Lacy, even though his body type, like Matt Forte has that lighter, smaller, quicker body type, but I think Eddie Lacy could be just as dangerous as a multi-purpose back as Matt Forte. And the reason for that is because, guys, he's a guy that you have to seriously consider stacking the box against. But Eddie Lacy can flat out catch. Did you see the Bears game beginning of the year last year when Aaron Rodgers got chased out of the pocket? He makes this sort of Brett Favre flip, and it goes almost over Eddie Lacy's hand. Lacy one-hands that mofo and brings it in. Eddie Lacy could be extremely dangerous coming out of the backfield. The Packers have talked about using him more and more in that capacity, and I would like to see us exploit his talent in that regard. And of course, add to that the fact that Eddie Lacy has changed his body composition a little bit more. He should be a little lighter on his feet, and I think he's going to be fantastic out of the backfield, and I would love to see us use him more in that regard. With that said, I think even though we can't sleep on the Bears, I think we will beat the Bears in the second quarter. We'll still be fresh. That may be a pick that gets flip-flopped at the end of the season because of our grueling season. I'm not sure what my prediction there is going to be. The Bears, I think, might be short-term a really important game. But I do think the Cowboys, longer term, have more playoff potential, which means that when we come in that last quarter of the season, I think it may be, even though that we still have to play the Bears, that we might be looking at the Cowboys in terms of where are we going to match up and who are we going to be playing heading into the playoffs. So that's why I think that Cowboys matchup, for me, I'm going to call that the pivotal game of the second quarter of the 2016 series. So that's what I've got. And like I say, it was a toss-up because, man, you can't sleep on the Bears. You cannot deny a division opponent like that. It's going to be extremely important because at the end of the season, then we're going to have to come back and there will be ramifications for that game. But I just think the Packers get it done against the Bears in the second quarter, and the Cowboys may be a seriously difficult opponent. I was looking at maybe coming up and trying to get tickets and go to that Cowboys game, but wasn't able to do that as of yet. So, if you guys, want to send me tickets, I will be more than happy to share my address with you so you can send them on and we'll have a good time and hang out. Well, that's going to do it for me for today. I hope you jump on to GreenBayPackerNation.com and check out what we've got coming. We've got 12 Up putting basic, quick updates for you guys, and then we'll have more and more rolling in. I'll be getting on there, doing some more in-depth stuff. I probably am going to get on and take a look at the Bears game from last year at Lambeau. Remember, we lost to each division opponent for the first time in forever at Lambeau Field last year. I'm going to take a look at that and probably do up a post for you guys because that, again, is a touchstone for how we're going to beat these guys coming up in the 2016 season. So, hey, thank you so much for jumping on. It's great to see so many people from so many places. I may put up a poll because the second quarter, maybe I'll put up a poll at the end of my post today that lets you jump on and be counted in terms of which game you think is the pivotal game of the second quarter of the 2016 season. So I will get on that work right now, start checking it out, do a little more analysis of what the Packers are going to have to do to beat the Bears, to beat the Colts, to beat the Dallas Cowboys. It's going to be important, and we'll get it right on that. Okay, we got some more shout-outs coming on, I see. All right, so we got Cody from Missouri giving a Go Pack Go to everybody. I'm not taking it. These aren't just for me. These are for everybody. Atlantis from Cali. Have a good day from Texas, says Zach. Great. Shout-out from El Paso. Man, Packer Nation strong in Texas. You got to love that. We got to plunder those Egyptians down there, man. We will take care of business. Way to go, guys. Jeremy says, hope we stay healthy, and I totally agree. That, I think, is where our schedule comes into play and may make it difficult. We got Otto from Ohio. Okay, so I'll have to taper it off right now. So if you agree with me that the Cowboys game, I may not get as many thumbs up on this, but as we close down, if you agree with me, Cowboys game is the pivotal game of quarter 2 of the 2016 season, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, and we'll see those come across the screen as I close up the day. So, yeah, check out plenty of Packer Nation stuff going on. Again, we have got interactive stuff. I've got a game I'm going to be rolling out for you guys. It's going to be a heck of a lot of fun and a great way to interact with the Packers and not have to trade off and not have to play players from other teams, which is the reason I don't do fantasy, is because I am not going to play with players from another team because I only love Packer players. That's just all there is to it. Doesn't mean that I can't look at the stats and think other players are great, but I am not going to play them, guys. We're going to have a way for you to interact, have fun with the Packers, and it's going to be fantastic, so stay tuned. And I'll sign off for now, but you guys have a great day. Tomorrow morning, obviously, we will be talking about quarter 3, so if you want to check that schedule, go ahead and do so, and if you want to jump on, let me know who you think tomorrow morning, who you think quarter 3 pivotal matchup is going to be. Go ahead and do that. I will finish my breakfast, and I will wish you all a great day. Tomorrow's Wednesday, folks, so we are getting her done. Have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.